Hi, and welcome to Best in Tesla. So many are talking about 2026 could be the breakout year for Tesla. But I think that the perception of Tesla will change already in 2025 for the people that still don't get it, as we have some huge profits machines coming online in 2025. And if Tesla is really going to do what they say they will in 2025, well, the future will be pretty obvious for most people at that point. So I think 2025 is going to be a fantastic year for Tesla, and one that we could look back at to say that is the year it became obvious for most people. And 2025 is approaching fast, and it could be a year for the history books. So let's check it all out and let's dive right in. We all know that Tesla's potential when we look 5 to 10 years out in the future could be huge. But I don't think we have to look that far out in the future to really start to see some of Tesla's many businesses starting to show off what true potential they hide. Like Tesla's Megapacks, for example. Megapacks in 2025 could do something like $4.5 to $5 billion in gross profits. As the Lathrop factory is fully ramped, that is about 10,000 Megapack that cost about $1 million each. And then we have the Shanghai factory that is supposed to be at least twice the size and will ramp up much faster as they can take everything they learned of Lathrop to that factory. So maybe we could see something like 5,000 Megapack from that factory already next year. So those two factories combined could do something like $15 billion in revenue already next year. And that is about $4.5 billion in profits if their margins stay at 30%. And when those two factories are fully ramped, hopefully in 2026, we should see something like $9 to $10 billion in gross profit. Not revenue, but gross profit. Tesla might make about $18 to $19 billion here in 2024 in gross profit. Maybe even a bit more depending on Q4 results, of course. But already next year, Tesla's Megapack business, only their Megapack business, could do about 25% of that gross profits on its own, as the Megapacks has a very good margins on them, much higher than their car business. So to get a perspective of how good a business these 10,000 Megapacks are, well, the Lathrop fully ramped is equal to Tesla selling about 425,000 cars, as Tesla right now earns about $7,000 per car they sell. So that would be about $3 billion in profit when Tesla has sold about 425,000 units. That is basically the same kind of profits Tesla will get from these 10,000 Megapacks. And the Shanghai should be able to ramp up to twice that. So when these two factories are fully ramped up to their full capacity, we are talking about the equivalent of 1,275,000 cars that those two factories will earn in profits. And that could potentially already be in 2026, and potentially half of that in 2025. So this is not an insignificant business for Tesla, and Wall Street would definitely have to model it out in their valuation of Tesla when Tesla next year start to show these kind of numbers from their energy business. And when we then take into calculation that the demand for Tesla's energy storage is going to be basically endless for quite a while, as we are seeing a whole new demand for energy come online as the AI race is heating up, and those data centers that are training the AI are sucking in a huge amount of energy. So we will definitely see more and more data centers being built with solar and wind farms combined with battery storage to make them more sustainable. So Tesla had a 2-year backlog before the whole data center boom. So now they will be able to sell as many Megapacks as they can produce for the foreseeable future. And the Shanghai Megapack factory has only been about $1 billion in capex for Tesla to build. And it will probably earn Tesla something like $6 billion in profits every year for decades to come. So the return on investment here for Tesla is incredible. So we will definitely see Tesla building more and more of these factories going forward, as it is a very small investment for some very big profits. But that's of course only talking about Megapacks. Tesla does also have their Powerwalls that are doing quite well, and Tesla said they have hit a production of 1,000 units per day. Probably not something they can do every day, as in the first 6 months of this year they averaged about 630 units a day. But Tesla has also said their new Powerwall 3 can be produced every 25 seconds, or about 700,000 a year. So let's say maybe something like 300,000 units can be expected in 2025, and maybe that's a bit conservative, but let's say 300,000 next year, and the price varies a bit depending on if you buy one for just about $10,000, or two for about $8,000, or three for a little over $7,000. So if we just go with $8,000 for each of that 300,000, that will bring in about $2.6 billion in revenue. And if we use the same margins as the Megapacks, as Tesla does not split up their Powerwall and Megapack, but combined they have about 30% margins. So that would be another $720 million in profits, or equal to about 100,000 cars. So put together with the Megapacks, we are looking for maybe something like $5 to $6 billion in profits already next year, or the equivalent in profits as if Tesla sold about 850,000 more cars. But in all of 2023, Tesla made about $6 billion in revenue from their energy and storage business. But already in next year, they might do that in profits. That is not a bad growth at all. So we will see some huge growth in the Tesla energy business in 2025, but that is not all, because Tesla will of course also sell their cars next year, but the Cybertruck should be ramping up very nicely, and we will get the new refreshed Model Y as well, and we will probably get 2 new, more affordable models as well, making Tesla's addressable market even bigger. And Tesla themselves have said they are aiming for 20 to 30% growth in their automotive business in 2025. So if we say 25% growth in 2025 with all the new models and the Cybertruck ramping and so on, we could see something like 2.3 million cars sold in 2025. And if Tesla really deliver on the promises of unsupervised full self-driving in 2025, we will probably see a very nice margins on those Tesla cars, as more people will no doubt start buying the full self-driving package, as their car can suddenly drive them everywhere you like, that has got approval for full self-driving, of course. So the profit should also be high on Tesla's 2.3 million cars they will probably sell in 2025. And that will also put the rest of the narrative that Tesla is not growing anymore to rest. So I could see Tesla add something like 40 to 50% to their profits next year, and that will truly make Tesla the fun growth story again. And this will also show where Tesla is going, that even the most pessimistic Wall Street analysts will have to put some big growth numbers on Tesla's energy storage business going forward, and Tesla is suddenly back growing as a car company as well. And then of course the big one. If Tesla finally delivers on unsupervised full self-driving, well, the whole narrative that Tesla will never solve full self-driving will also be over in 2025. And then everyone will now believe that the Cybercab is not only a nice fantasy, but a done deal. And they will have to put it into their future valuation of Tesla as well. So 2025 could be a significant year in Tesla's history book. We might first see the true value in terms of profits from all of this in 2026 or 2027, but we will get all the pieces put in place in 2025 so that Wall Street can no longer just ignore their energy business or their unsupervised full self-driving and cybercap anymore. But the last thing is, of course, Optimus, because again, nothing that Tesla will earn money on in 2025, but if all the other things come true and Tesla will have like 500 to 1,000 Optimus robot working at their factories, then it will also get very difficult to ignore the Tesla robot that not even ARK Invest has in their valuation model, where they see Tesla stock reach $2,000 in 2027. But if Tesla has the Optimus working for them in 2025, it will be hard to ignore future customers already in 2026, as Tesla has said that is what they're aiming for. So the stock market is a place where you try to look out in the future and try to see the future valuation of a company. And if Tesla pulled off all of these things in 2025, I think a lot of people are going to want in on the Tesla stock, as it will become clear for everyone the opportunity that lies ahead for Tesla, because it doesn't matter that you missed out on the rise in 2020, as that is going to look like a very little bump if Tesla make full self-driving and Optimus come true. Because we also have some of the other tech companies' history to look to, like Amazon. That was just an online bookstore, right? It was in 1997 when it IPO'd, valued about $438 million. And so many analysts thought that was overvalued, but by 2000 it was valued about $10 billion. So that would have been a nice gain. But had you missed the boat then if you didn't buy in 1997? No, because in 2008 Amazon was valued about $30 billion. Had you then missed the boat? No, because in 2012 it was valued about $100 billion. Now the boat must have left, right? As the valuation of that company has gone up 228 times. No, if you bought Amazon stock in 2012, already in 2017, you would have earned 5 times your money back again. And not even then had you missed the boat, as today Amazon is valued over $2 trillion. I think Tesla looks a little bit like Amazon back in 2012. The valuation seems impossible high for some analysts, but the story had hardly begun at that point. And Tesla has the potential to become a much bigger company, as the technologies like robotaxis and Optimus has the potential to become some of the most valuable assets the world has ever seen. But already next year we should get to see most of these pieces coming together, with megapacks and Powerwalls showing that the Tesla energy business will grow tremendously fast over the next couple of decades. The Tesla car business will show nice growth again, but more importantly, if Tesla really releases unsupervised full self-driving, not only will that be a big deal when it comes to profits for Tesla's cars, but it will validate the whole cybercab and robotaxi future. So everyone is going to want in on this stock. But also, if Tesla has Optimus robots working in their factories, that will change the whole perception of Tesla completely, as they will demonstrate that the most valuable product that we humans might ever create is being built by Tesla and working in their factories. Then everyone can see the potential there as well. So yes, we will not see really much value in terms of profits from Optimus and Cybercab in 2025, if at all. And everyone is talking about 2026 as the huge breakout year for Tesla, but I think the perception of Tesla might already change in 2025 with all the things we might have coming our way. So I'm not a Wall Street analyst, and this is of course not financial advice, but that some Wall Street guys can sit with a straight face even today and say that Tesla might be going bankrupt. That is beyond my understanding. Because even without full self-driving and Optimus, as I have just shown you in this video, Tesla is a very well running automotive and energy storage company. With $33 billion in the bank, they are making free cash flow every quarter and have the best Altman C score by far of any car company. And they have industry-leading margins on their cars. So if Tesla is in trouble, the whole automotive industry is in trouble. Well, most of them are, but that's a different talk. But Tesla is looking so strong, even short-term in my opinion, as a car company and an energy storage company. I cannot understand why people would short this stock. But they have lost about $75 billion doing so they should have learned their lesson, right? But I'm afraid there are too many analysts that are trading with emotions and not their brain, that we might have to see short sellers lose a lot more money before they give up. It seems crazy to me to short a company in the first place, as your losses could be infinite. But if you own the stock of a company long term, you can only lose the money you have invested at most. But then to short a company like Tesla, that time and time again has shown they might be late on some stuff, but they always deliver in the end, and have defied critics again and again and again. That would not be the company I would short. I would never short a company in the first place, but definitely not a company like Tesla that has so much stuff going for it, and such a big war chest, and showing strong financials. To me, Tesla is the kind of great company that you would buy and hold for a long time until you need the money. Not a company you will short to get a little gain here and there, with the huge risk of losing multiple times the amount of money you have put in to your short position. It just doesn't seem like it's worth the risk. And during the last couple of weeks, the short sellers have got to feel exactly what that means. But will they ever learn that you just don't bet against Elon Musk?
And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.